I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and welcome to 333 Magic 9, where the tarot cards and the astrology stars come together to help you. Make sure you hit the little bell for notifications, and please feel free to subscribe because these videos are for you. And there are a lot of different energies coming at you this month, and here's what they mean for your sign. Cancer, the card for the first week of the month is the Hangman. Now, the Hangman tells us that we need a new perspective because the universe is bringing a lot of change energy our way, and we need to look to the future in a different way so that we can make adjustments. Now, as we look into the month, it begins with a very powerful and yet contradictory grouping of planets in the 8th house, very important house. Now, the Sun conjunct Jupiter encourages you to deepen your intuition, and you need to listen to it. But the Sun will also square Mars, and that challenges you not to allow your desires to blind you. You must control any anger and keep clear of emotional conflicts or confusion. Now, part of that is because Mercury is retrograde, and he warns you to watch what you say, especially in intimate situations or with financial dealings. But then lovely Venus will move into the sign of Aquarius. Now, that can be very romantic, but there's a little warning that, the Aquarius type of person might be a little bit too erratic for your taste. And Venus will conjunct Saturn on the 6th. So that suggests that you need to move slowly with people who you don't really know or don't really understand. As we move into the second week, we see the card for the week is the Two of Cups. And this suggests we need to restore a little bit of balance between the material part of our life and the spiritual part of our lives, because we are making this transition. We're in the middle of this energy that's bringing us out of the past and into the future. So the second week begins with the Sun conjunct Mercury. But Mercury is retrograde, and this can bring some emotional and even psychic confusion. So you have to be careful not to be too possessive or too emotional. And the energy can become much more intense because Mars will square Mercury on the 10th. So truly you need to be careful with people who you don't feel good about. So not just that you like them, but you have to feel, what do you feel about them? On the 11th, Jupiter will conjunct Venus. Now that's the greater fortune Jupiter and the lesser fortune Venus. This is a happy energy that can bring major opportunity to your relationships, to your business opportunities, and also to your intimacy. And your psychic abilities. So listen carefully to your psychic sense. Be a little bit careful on Saturday, as Mars will sextile Neptune. That's not a bad thing, but you may have too many visions of sugar plums dancing through your head and not take care of business. So use this energy creatively and productively, then it's a good energy. The card for the third week is the Tower. Now, without a doubt, the world is changing very quickly, and we must be able to move with the changes and the new energy that's around us and that is manifesting into this world, or we will have a tower moment, a little bit of a crash, and that's not a good thing, so don't do that. So the third week will begin as Jupiter will conjunct Mercury. Now, Mercury is still retrograde. It hasn't gone direct yet. So again, we must be careful in financial or intimate dealings. So keep your eyes open. Don't make mistakes. Now, here is the Tower moment. Saturn will square Uranus. Now, this is an important challenge to your deepest emotional fears and the way you hold yourself back. So you must look at the past and see what you have to let go so that you can move to the future. Then on the 19th, Mars will square Venus. That's this red line here. So this can bring some misunderstanding in romance or with your personal desires or with your friends. But it can be cleared up because Mercury will be going direct on the 20th. So you can gain a clearer impression or psychic picture of how to achieve your goals and where you want to go in the future. Now, as we go into the fourth week, the card is the Four of Swords. Now, after all the energy changes that we've seen in the past year that have upset the status quo and that are pointing to more change in the future, we may need some rest and recuperation. As you can see, that is what's happening right here. Now, in the middle of the fourth week, there are some important aspects. The first is Mars trine Pluto. That is a very good aspect which may help you deepen your spiritual bonds with your partners and your friends. And then the Sun and Venus will move into Pisces. Now, this can bring more gentleness and understanding into your life, and a deep sense of peace and spirituality can be inspiring to you. So develop your spiritual vision. And then there'll be a sextile between the Sun and Uranus. Now, this is a good aspect and can bring a new understanding of where you want to go in the future. Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and this is my story. If you are a spiritual seeker, it may help you on your journey. I believe your spiritual development is as important as your religion. If you look at Christianity, it focuses on the life of Jesus. But Jesus was never a Christian. He was Jewish. If this thought intrigues you, you'll enjoy my new book, Light from Water, Freeing Jesus. It's available on Amazon.com and through fine bookstores. And it may help you on your spiritual journey. I'd like to thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe because these videos are free, and hit the little bell for notifications. And for a special offer, visit my website, internetpsychicreadings.com.